I mean, that's not the only thing I think that impacts the story. I mean, that's definitely a big part of it. But I'd also say it creates context where it's like the stories take place in these worlds. It kind of like it definitely impacts how the story is told, what happens. Um, just like for example, I mean, Harry Potter. Like for example, the world has a heavy impact on the story of Harry Potter. Every single book, where it's like just how wizards interact with humans, with the Muggles, the rules, the societies, just all the like the shadowy stuff that goes on within the wizarding world. It's just like it
Right.
creates the backbone for like why Harry Potter has the life he has, why these things happen, why he goes to Hogwarts, and like the basis of all these things. That gives the framework for the story, gives us an idea of like why these things are happening in the story. And the same is with John Wick, where it's like you kind of have this backbone, where it's like the reason the story is happening more or less is because of these shadowy organizations. I know we don't like this movie on this podcast, but I was just, but the one thing John Wick is good at is world building. I will give it that, and I think because with the
Well,
introduction
no,
of
I'd agree
Continental,
with that.
yeah, the
100%.
Continental, even like the even just the mentions of like the Doctor, these mafia groups and whatnot. It just like it creates this almost believability interaction. Like it's like okay, that's really interesting. Like how it all comes together. It creates this background, this backdrop that the story can take place in, and it's kind of believable because it's so well established.
That's actually the great thing about the John Wick movie, honestly, is one, they do so well with the fight scenes, which is part of the culture of the assassins. That's what the word I'm looking for. Just how
Mm-hmm.
well and skilled they are within the Continental group. That is a testament to that world building, and that speaks out as one of the marks for the movie. So, if anything, no, that John Wick's a great example of that. That's one of the only things I think is good about that movie. Yeah, no, I think the way it plays out in the movie is significant. I mean, the very fact that Lord of the Rings is here we go. Lord of the Rings is a such a great story is not just because it has such a rich historical quote unquote, because it's all made up, but historical backdrop for the whole story. There's also the fundamental pieces such as the Ring of Power, right? The existence of Balrogs, the existence of the wraiths, right?
Mm-hmm.
The existence of orcs, etc., 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 that play fundamentally into this clash between the evil and the good that exists in this universe.